Yeah. So we got Jujutsu Kaisen episode 9, Shibuya Incident Gate Open. And in this week, JJK is heating up once again. It's been heating up for a minute. This episode is pretty action packed, and it seems like it's Gojo against the world right now. So with that being said, who are you betting on, Dan?
Well, I normally bet on Gojo, but I think at this point I'm betting on the prison realm. I think that's what I'm betting on right now.
Yeah, so this episode kind of started off kind of weird, honestly. And it starts off with a question. It says, "What do you think of Satoru Gojo?" And then it just has like a montage of like Yuji and Megumi and all them and a lot of other people just saying basically he's their sensei, he's an idiot, and he's strong. As basically the majority of thoughts about Gojo. So
Yeah, I mean, they hit it on the head, and that's pretty much how I think of Gojo too. I mean, he's a goofy character, but he's just damn too strong.
yeah, and it was kind of when this come on, I was like, wait, this is like I don't think I've ever seen this before, something like this. And I guess it kind of makes sense now. They wanted to like hit on who is what Gojo is or whatever.
Well, yeah,
So
exactly, and what Gojo means to the rest of the cast in this show. So
yeah. And then, right after the opening plays, we get straight to Gojo, and he basically calls out Hanami, which is the tree dude. If y'all remember back from the school, the rival school arc or whatever, and he starts fighting. And when I say fighting, I mean Hanami, Jogo, and I think his name is Chozo, I believe. Uh, but yeah, they start fighting everyone. Uh, he it's a really action packed scene. The episode this is for the first, I don't know, 7-8 minutes.
yeah, definitely. I mean, when he just like grabs on to the like tree horns on Hanami's face and just rips them out, I was like, holy shit, dude.
Yeah. So he acted like he was gonna go after Hanami. Um, like what Dan said, he just grabbed a hold of him and starts pulling out. But and it was actually like a ploy though, it turns out. And Jogo uh starts trying to attack him back, right? Or do I got that backwards?
I think I skipped ahead.
Yeah, maybe so. I think Gojo starts like trying to fight Jogo. I know that's so confusing, Gojo and Jogo, but he starts trying to fight Jogo, and then Hanami starts trying to fight him like 2-on-1 or whatever because he's like going crazy after Jogo, which is Volcano Head, by the way, and then he just like literally stops chasing after Volcano Head and just goes hardcore on Hanami, which is what Dan was talking about. That was his true purpose, anyways. He wanted to take out Hanami first, but he made him think that he was going to go after Volcano Head, and then he switched up. It's kind of crazy to see Gojo's logic doing fighting because he doesn't think like a normal person. So
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's all over the place, but he also has such a cracked ability that he can just do whatever he wants. And I mean, he literally just pins Hanami against the wall after this and just like vaporizes him under the pressure of his, cursed energy, which was crazy. But he just,
yeah, and it's like happened so fast too, though.
oh yeah, and then he just looks at Joga and goes, next.
Yeah, yeah. That was one of my favorite moments of the scene. He just looks back and goes, Jogo, and it's just like, next. I'm like, oh shit, man.
Ah,
And Jogo just shit himself. Not gonna lie.
oh, definitely, dude. And after that, we basically get like a weird flashback scene out of nowhere of Ghetto playing a game of it looked like mahjong with Mahito, Jogo, and Hanami. And Ghetto starts talking about the sealing, how to seal things in the prison realm, and stating that the gate is open. Gojo needs to stay in an effective range of 4 meters for 1 minute for it to actually happen. And Jogo, sorry, Jesus Christ,
Volcano head.
gets pissed off and just realizes like Ghetto wants to use them to make this happen. He doesn't really care about them or anything like that. Like his goal is Gojo, and he'll do whatever it has to happen that. But after that, we get back to current time Shibuya. And Goju's just chasing Jogo around now. And Jogo is like trying to use humans as obstacles. He's using hit and run tactics. So he's like throwing a person at Gojo and then running up and just giving him a hit, everything else. And
Trying to hit him, but it's
yeah.
not working very good. So
And we learn that Ghetto is just watching this from the tunnel. And, Ghetto's sitting there like, oh, Gojo's too composed for this. We need to get him more on edge. And at the time, we're like, why
yeah,
do you need to do that? But after
yeah,
that, we go see Yuji and company. He's talking to a lone woman who says that everybody else got turned into a monster in one of the trains. So you got to guess where that train's coming.
yeah. Yuji figures it out. Unfortunately, and it's heading straight to Shibuya. And what's in Shibuya right now? Gojo.
Yeah, and I
So
felt so bad for this poor lady, dude. Like she said that and then just turned into a monster, just like died on the spot.
yeah, I felt like it was weird that she died instantly. I honestly thought Itadori was gonna have to exercise her, um, but I'm not really sure how uh
Mahito's ability work.
yeah
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Mahito's
Transmutation shit.
patchwork. Yeah, it does. So I don't know how all that's going. I don't know if they're like really like cursed spirits or if they're just like monsters. So
Yeah.
who knows?
I think they're just really fucked up transfigured humans,
Yeah. Um. But yeah, we get back to we go straight. There's a lot of skipping around in this, but we go straight back to Gojo and in the Shibuya tunnels, and the train full of people arrives, and all the crowd around is like very excited. They think they're going to be saved. They think the train's there. They think that they can get on it and they can just get away from this madness that is Volcano Head and Chozo and all them. And well, they're wrong because the gates open and the transfigured humans step out and just start killing everyone. And what do you know? Patchface is there, Mahito, and I guess this is what Ghetto meant. He wanted to get Gojo more on edge. Well, couple this train full of monsters wreaking havoc on the humans. Plus, they open up the top of the floor, I guess, and just start raining humans down too, right?
Yeah, that was nuts. I did not expect more human fodder to, I guess, join the fight.
Yeah, I'm still kind of confused on how they made that happen. Did they just open like a portal, or did they like
No, like
destroy the
they
floor?
destroyed the floor somehow. Like it collapsed out from under the people above.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't really sure exactly how that happened. It just happened and then it just got chaotic.
That scene,
Uh
yeah, it was all over the place. Like you had no idea what was going on. Just people dying left and right. And Jogo getting a little
I
cocky.
feel
Oh, go for it.
I feel like they done a very good job at making you feel kind of what Gojo is feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like a sense of panic, a sense of how am I going to do this? Like, because I had no idea what Gojo was going to do to get out of this one.
Yeah, and it just got multiplied like by tens when humans started falling out of the ceiling. and I can only imagine what was going through Gojo's head. So that was interesting. I'll let you get back to what you were saying.
Yeah, so Jojo, or not Jojo, Jesus Christ, Jogo gets a little cocky and says that Gojo should use this domain expansion to save some of the people, but he's incapable of doing that because he'll kill most of them. But, joke's on them. Gojo uses domain expansion. When he did that, I was like, oh, wow, he's just really saying fuck it and killing everyone right now. But it
Yeah,
turns out
same.
he only used it for 2/10 of a second. And he was like, that should be long enough that humans could still survive. Anything longer would turn him into a vegetable or kill him. And in that time, he says half a year's worth of info flowed into their heads, causing them to literally just go unconscious while standing up. And he just kills all of these transfigured humans in like a minute, which was nuts. You get to see where Gojo's running around with a little speed of light, just slashing and hacking, dude.
He's putting in work, bro. And I want to bring up the fact that they said 2/10 of a second, but I guess I'm maybe confused on how Ghetto's the time works in Ghetto's domain.
Gojo's?
Uh yeah, Gojo's domain. He said they killed like all 1,000 plus transfigured humans, and the subtitle said 299 seconds. So I'm just curious, like that's like 5 minutes basically.
Yeah,
Uh,
so
you
basically,
think that's like a typo?
no, I don't think it's a typo. Basically, by flowing all that information into their heads, it just left them there unconscious. And not just the humans, it also left Jogo
Oh,
and everybody else there, just like in basically in like a mental shock.
so he used the domain for 2/10 of a second, and then while they was standing there not creating chaos, he killed all the monsters or most of them in 5 minutes.
Yeah, he just took them all down, dude.
I got you. That makes more sense. I thought he was, I like we said, this all happened at a very fast pace, and I only watched this once. It kind of needs to be watched twice, honestly, if you want to like digest it super hard. I feel like because a lot happened. So
Yeah, this episode was just all over the place. So Gojo goes on this rampage and he's sitting there catching his breath when he notices a strange object on the ground in front of him. And you hear Geto say, "Prison realm gate open." And in order to get Gojo to stay there for a minute, he shows up behind it and starts talking to Gojo. And Gojo's just in shock because he knows that Geto should be dead. And he's like, what the hell happened? Like you shouldn't be here. And he's like, your cursed energy is the same, your everything is the same, but your soul is different. And after that, he gets captured by the gate, and he knows that Geto is not actually the Geto that he was friends with for so long. And we see this like strand of thread just come out, and Geto literally takes the top of his head off. And it turns out that there is a different brain that has a mouth in his body.
what did you think about
I was
that, bro?
I mean, I had that part spoiled for me, but, like, seeing it animated, like, in the show, I was like, "What the fuck, dude?"
Oh, it was something else. I was like, wait, like y'all don't understand. Like all this shit's happening, and then all of a sudden this happens, and I'm just like, bro, can somebody please tell me what the hell is going on?
Yeah,
So
and, I mean, I've had so much of JJK spoiled to me because of Twitter, but, like, seeing it animated, it's like, "Holy shit, what the hell is going on, dude?"
yeah, and I guess they get into it a little bit. The talking brain, uh, kind of goes on to say that he can go to any body as long as he replaces the brain with himself, which is the brain with the mouth. Um, but he basically tells Gojo that he didn't have Shoko handle the disposal of Ghetto's body that day, and he was able to get his hands on it basically, and I guess implant his brain inside of Ghetto's body, I guess.
Yeah, and they introduced the name of the brain too. His name's actually Kenjaku. So like,
Oh, did they?
yeah, they said it somewhere in there. I had to double check that they
Okay.
said it because I knew that was what his name was. I was like, did they say it? Yeah, they did.
Okay.
But so
I
basically,
didn't catch that, so
yeah,
that's why we're here, so
yeah. So basically, Kenjaku has an ability where he can like transfer his brain to other bodies and gain all their powers. And he's just like, yeah, Ghetto's abilities were too good to not to pass up on, and you really should have got rid of that body a little better.
yeah, it's wild. So do we actually think like Ghetto's gone? And you think that's just I forget what you said his name was, but you think that's just him controlling the body and there's no trace of Ghetto at all
Oh
left?
yeah, no, Ghetto's dead, and that is
Okay.
Kenjaku taking over his body for his powers. So yeah, that was a crazy thing they announced in the anime this week.
Yeah. And if that wasn't enough for y'all, we got some more bad news coming. So get ready, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, basically, he said that Gojo is going to be, I'll release you from the seal eventually, like 100 or 1,000 years. You're just too strong, and you're messing up my plans. And after that, we kind of shift back to Yuji, and someone tells him through an earpiece that looks like Mekamaru. So maybe Mekamaru is not dead. I don't know.
Yeah. I didn't really I didn't really put the voice together with anybody, but I don't really know who told him
Well,
that. You think it's Mekamaru?
so the earpiece looked just like a tiny little Mekamaru face.
Okay.
But yeah,
So you don't think Mahito finished him off maybe?
I guess not. I don't know. I mean, I don't think anybody else can use Mekamaru's tech like that.
Yeah. Hmm. It's just weird though. Like how does Mekamaru know that though? That Gojo has been sealed away.
I don't know.
So it's interesting.
Maybe he's
So
working as a double agent or something. I don't know.
yeah, and another thing I want to kind of touch on for everyone out there because, like I said, this episode kind of threw a lot at us. During the ghetto uh, Gojo conversation while he was being like held by the seal or whatever you want to call it, Gojo was talking about Yuta kinda, and did he basically say? Was he basically saying that it's fine that he sealed away because Yuta was still out there and Yuta was the one that that basically kind of took down Ghetto maybe and that he's strong enough to get everyone out of this situation?
I think so, but like you remember from the movie, didn't he lose his cursed girlfriend thing? I thought, right? I thought she
Uh
disappeared at the end. So I guess we're gonna learn why Yuta's strong. I mean, we know he's from a very
yeah, I
powerful
mean
clan, so I guess we're gonna see how much he's leveled up since the movie.
yeah, I mean that's what I kind of got out of that conversation. Gojo didn't seem to be worried that much because Yuta was still out there. So if Gojo has faith in Yuta, then I guess we should have faith in him too because Gojo's gone. Now basically. I mean, we didn't actually see him get sealed away yet, but I think the confirmation to Yuji Itadori and the fact that Gojo was being held by the seal, it was just a matter of time before he actually did so get sealed.
Definitely. But I guess we'll have to see what happens next week, dude. I mean, JJK is going on a tear right now.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is this is only halfway through the Shibuya incident arc and we still got another probably 12 episodes to go or more. I'm not sure off the top of my head, but it's gonna be wild, bro.
Definitely, man.